Hey, welcome back to the Brew House. Today, we are going to take our high gravity electric brew-in-a-bag kettle system, and we're going to add a couple of things. We've been using a, should have got this out. We've been using a whirlpool attachment to whirlpool during late hop additions, after flame out hop additions, and also to recirculate the wort during cooling. And it really cools very quickly. But this doesn't fit on the kettle very well. It sort of flops around inside. Not the greatest solution for this. So we've decided to add a whirlpool port, and that's going to go in pretty low over on this side. And we're also going to put on sightglass. This pot has no markings on the inside. We thought about etching and doing the whole vinegar with the salt and the electric little battery thing, but it just seems easier to put in a sightglass. So I've got all the parts here. I've got the tools that I need. I'm going to mark it out and drill the holes. All of the instructions say to use a step bit. I can't stand step bits, but I'm going to use them just because they're super easy to get, and both of the kits came with step bits, so I might as well just use what they sent me. Let's get started. First step, of course, is to mark where you want to punch the holes, and I'm thinking this one is pretty low. Let's say there, and the top hole is probably there. And they are roughly in line. So now that I've got a mark, I'm going to just punch a starting point and then use a 1/8 inch drill bit. Once the holes are drilled, it's pretty easy. You just thread the parts together. Now you just attach the silicone tubing and tighten the clamp. And now I need to cut the tube. So you're supposed to cut it just a little bit shorter than you need it. They want you to stretch the tube because it's silicone. During the boil it will heat up and they don't want it to sag. So, a little bit shorter, lots left over. Put on the clamp and stick it on. Oh, pretty easy. Now we're going to do the whirlpool port, and I've marked a spot down here on the kettle. It looks pretty low on the kettle, and it is down here because it has to be lower than the post-boil volume. And we're doing 5 US gallon brews, 19 or 20 liters. So I had filled the kettle, measured it out, and that's the spot. So let's get to it. Let's fill it with water, see if it leaks. There's a leak, so I guess I'm gonna have to tighten up some of the fittings. So now that we're leak-free, and I could have been leak-free right from the beginning if I had read the instructions, but you know, instructions. Now, I'm gonna empty the kettle out again, and I'm going to put water back in known increments. I'm gonna start out with 10 liters, then I'm going to go to 15 liters, and then from 15 liters on up, I'm going to do it in 1 liter increments. And I'll mark the side of the kettle, and then we'll test the whirlpool port. That's it. Whirlpool seems to be working pretty well. I've got the numbers all marked on the front, but they're just done in Sharpie, so that will not stand up to a good cleaning. So I've got these Electroset numbers, and I'll put those on, and I think we're ready for our next brew. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again soon.